In my most recent videos, I've been talking more and more about direct experience and why this is the only thing that we can go by when exploring reality. Now, why is this something that is so difficult to see? And why is direct experience so often maligned? Well, actually, the answer is quite clear. So I, like most of you, have grown up in a world where the dominant view of reality is that of a materialist, scientific materialist worldview, where matter is the foundation of reality. So when you have that worldview, well, then you can see that you will discount individual conscious experience and instead try to get this objective view that is matter-based. And I've even seen this with a friend of mine when talking about reality. And he was saying all the problems of an idealist worldview where consciousness is fundamental. But the thing is, he was starting from a materialist worldview. So when you start from that point, well then, yeah, idealism does make sense. But what if you didn't start from a worldview? What if you just started at the most basic level? Now, if you've watched my videos, you've seen that how I like to break things down and get to the most basic level and then slowly go step by step up. So, if I were to do that about reality, how would I do that? Where would the starting point be? And I've talked about this before. You have to start with this. This is reality. Now, when you believe in materialism, you are starting from a belief as your starting point, where you have this and then there's something, objective reality, that is real, and then there's our experience of it. Now, however we experience, however that information goes from the object to us, okay, maybe there's many different views on how that does. But that's the view, that there is something real that causes our experience of it, that we are separate from that which is real. But what if you didn't start with a belief? You just start with this. Well, as I've been making videos, I see myself trying to get more and more fundamental. And just so that we start from the same point and that you could understand, I guess, what I'm talking about, where I'm going. So let's look at, just for today, just two things. I want to look at the idea of conscious experience and reality, which is a belief within materialism, that there is reality and then there's the separate conscious experience of it. And then also cause. Same thing with the materialist worldview. There is objective reality that causes this. And to see, are those true? Okay, so we start from this. And please do this along with me, and feel free to pause the video at any point to really explore your experience. Okay, so we start with this. The first thing I want you to do is look for that duality of reality and my experience of reality. Now, there's going to be thoughts that pop up. Okay, I said, let them go and just focus on this. Is there an experience of two, of reality and consciousness of reality? All I experience is this. Now I say even, all I experience. And it's hard to get away from that in language, to realize, okay, I'm saying my experience, but there's just this. There is no duality. But please explore this more and see, do you experience two? Now I find it interesting that there's even two words. When you have something that is only one, there's reality. There's no experience of consciousness and reality that is ever separate. I have no experience of a reality without consciousness, or consciousness without reality. Even if I took away all my senses and it's just blackness. Okay, if there's an experience, that is what is. So why do we even have two words for something like that? Okay, but please explore this more. Next, how about causation? Do you experience a cause to this? Now, one thing you might notice is you have thoughts coming up. What would cause even be like? Well, exactly. Now, of course, we know cause and effect in standard view. You drop a glass, it breaks. Okay. But we're talking about cause of reality. Now, the idea is in scientific materialism that something causes reality. That there is the truth and then we are experiencing it somehow. But what we experience is not the truth of what reality is. Okay. Do you see a cause? Do you see the truth of reality behind some veil? If I look at a table, do I see the true table behind that? Do I see a table causing the table? The true table? Now, even it doesn't make sense even logically. So if you have a cause of reality, where is the cause? If it's in reality, if it affects reality, then it is reality. So the cause is not outside of reality, it is reality. So, is there an experience of it? No. Okay, how about, well, you can break things into separate parts and say, okay, it's in reality, but it's not accessible by us. Okay, but then you're talking about something, again, that is not accessible to us, that you're believing. So it's a belief. Where's the evidence? Well, you do some tests, and you have some really good equipment that points to a cause. Okay, the experiment is within reality. The equipment is within reality. The results are within reality. The pointing to something is within reality. The idea of what that which is outside of reality is still in reality. Okay, how about, so of course that doesn't make any sense. How about if the cause is outside of reality? Well, if it doesn't affect reality, then it doesn't affect reality. Then it's not anything. Again, it's just a belief. You can call it a turtle. You can call it an orange. It doesn't matter because it has no effect. Okay, so the main thing for today is when watching my videos and doing any exploration on your own, what is your starting point? If your starting point is not this, if it's starting from a belief, well, just first notice that. And how do you know that that belief is true? If you were to try to get to the most basic level, what is the only starting point? It's this. Start from this. And then introduce those questions. look for the experience of it. Look for the evidence. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like always, if you have any questions, any comments, please leave them in the comment section below. If you like my videos, please subscribe. And until next time.